I have some
everybody,
lawyering
and
for Neal.
Welcome back to the Frozen Frontier.
All right. So we're waiting for the
since-
gnolls to come down the stairs.
Right, so we're gonna go back into initiative rounds if you have actions, because the gnolls are now hurling spears down at Grimes. So those of you that want to roll initiative, please do.
But me and Faris don't know, right?
Probably
no,
not.
You
because
can
I
probably
can see
hear commotion.
because we're watching the window. We see like spears going down, right? So they're landing near this
You're
light
on
cube.
the 8th floor, which is facing
But
southward.
there's light.
Yeah, but so you're facing south, and Grimes is to the
Why are we on the
west.
8th floor?
Okay. So
are you
Grimes
on the ninth
We're on the ninth
floor?
floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you are looking, thank you, dear, westward as well.
So you can look out and see this if there's enough light.
Yeah.
Grimes begins juggling his dagger as a missile weapon, increasing his AC to 18. And I dance around and hope the gnolls don't roll a natural 20.
Okay, let me roll.
Get away from the giant, man.
And I have cover, like, their only option is to get an auto hit. But hey.
Yeah, but don't stand near the giant.
There's friendly
the first
fire
one
rules.
is a miss, and the next 4 spears are a 19, natural 19, which is a miss. They need a nat 20, a 7, a 10, and a natural 1, which, let's see if it strikes the giant. 13 plus, so 13
Minus
minus
6. Minus
right.
6 from the
That bounces
wind. It
off.
should
that
not.
bounces off hide armor.
And then they've
Yeah.
got
Giants must have
no,
20
it just
AC.
like
With the minus
sits in
6,
the
it shouldn't even
giant's-
connect.
It just like sits in the giant's fur hide that it wears around its waist, dangling in there.
All right.
All right.
So I think seeing the missile fire coming down, Ferris is gonna head up the stairs a little bit and see if there's a. I have like metal, or I don't have metal boots. I say, William, can you just kick this in? You have metal boots.
Yeah. I say, hold the dog, like, mind the dogs.
It should be weakened at this point. Is my
William's got a shield. You can like bust
Yeah.
through
Yeah,
the.
like we've let it
say.
burn for a few minutes. I'm sure he can bash this thing down at this
So
point.
Neal, I wanna smash it through, and then as the opens up, I just want to stab the first thing that's there.
All right, give me a strength check to try and bash open the burning doors.
I should get a bonus because of
big
my
door.
magical shield. If it's +1, I think I should get +1, but I'm just rolling.
Sure.
29.
All right. You slam your shield into the door, into the barricade, sending it scattering into different areas, flaming debris covering the ground floor. And immediately on the other side, you see 3 wolves,
All right.
crouched low, ready to eat you.
All right. I attack one.
Okay, and
Loose
they
the-
have readied attacks, so you go to attack them as they go to leap on you.
Okay, so they're not surprised.
No,
Are they hurt by the flaming embers?
No, they're close to the ground. They are the least. Oh, by the
Or-
embers.
but there's like flaming debris falling to the ground, right?
One of them is hit by some flaming debris. William, why don't you roll me a D3, a D4 for flaming debris? Doesn't seem like it'd do that much.
I mean, they are furry, so they.
Oh,
Yeah, but fur's not like easily combust. Like it'll burn, but it doesn't like
it's not
catch on
clear.
fire.
I
you know?
would. I've never set animals on fire, so I would not know.
But you've set your own hair on fire before.
obviously, everyone's done that.
Yeah, no. Everybody's experienced that one.
I mean, not like on your head, but you've burned the hair. You
No,
understand? how to-
I've never done that. What the fuck
You've
are
never
you talking
taken a
about?
hair and set it on fire before.
No.
Did you never experiment with things?
No. I shot my hand in a fireplace once. I was 4.
Who am I on a call with? What is wrong with you?
All right. Y'all need to experiment with setting things on fire a little bit more. There's a lot of life that you're missing out on.
Even chat's not on your side here, Neil.
All right, I attack a wolf.
Casserole.
They can attack me first if you want.
Let me just try to set up all of their HP real quick here so I don't forget it. Okay, why don't you make an attack roll as they make attacks against you, all happening at the same time.
23.
23 will hit a wolf. One of
Crit?
them rolls a 19 against you. Yes, 23 is a crit. Is the 19 a hit?
If the shield's +1, it's a hit. If it's +2, it's not.
Okay, so you're without any magical bonuses to the shield. Your
18.
AC is 18. Perfect. It hits you.
Okay, so it's at least not. It's only at max +1 then. Damn it.
You take 3 damage. from the wolf as it rips into your thigh, leaving a nice streak down it. And your damage roll is
19.
All right. You just
Oh my
chomp
god.
down a wolf, just down the center. 2
Do you,
bits, a
like,
little
chop
bit of
its head off
spine.
while it's biting into your thigh. Now you just have like a wolf ornament.
Ooh. Nice. Sean, you're up behind him.
So he's busted down the barricade. Is it like open, or is it just a narrow open passageway into where he is?
There is still burning debris in where the barricade is. You would have to move through it quickly if you don't want to like take fire
Because I'm
damage.
saying I can get like in to actually attack something, right?
Yes, you
Yeah.
can
So I
get
move
into the
through.
room.
I move through fast, and I'll attack one of these wolves.
Okay.
2d20.
it.
First one is at plus. Let me make sure it's +4 and +3, I believe. I'll double check. Yes, +4, +3. And there we go. So 16 and 21.
Wow. 2 hits.
Yep.
21's a crit on a
Yeah.
natural
So
20.
roll
Yep.
D8 plus 2d6 plus 2. 14.
Okay, you cut down one of the wolves. There's only one left.
Unleash
How many-
the doggos.
Can the doggos
yeah.
get up?
And with my
well,
remaining movement, by the way, because I have
Ferris
60
was
movement.
holding on to the dogs, so they must also charge through the door.
I think William
and
was.
Leap. He gave them to you when he busted down the door.
Oh yeah, no, I let go of them as soon as the thing was gone.
Right. So someone make an attack against the.
I've got
dogs.
history with dog rolls, so I'll roll.
Dogs against giants. Wow, what a throwback. This time there's a cliff I can throw them down.
Yeah, that's how Wolf died. He got thrown into a forest. Wolf got killed by a crocodile. D20 +1 on the Neal, yeah.
Yeah.
2d12
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Terrible
Nope.
shots. As you
Just
come
like
into
Wolf
this,
and Bear.
Whoa.
as you step into this room and kind of get a feel for what's going on in here, this is a it's like a mini lighthouse almost. There's a bunch of windows on this top floor and an area where one could light a large fire in the middle, and it's just one big open room. There is a stone staircase against the north wall. No. Against the southern wall that goes, not a staircase, I'm sorry, there's a wooden ladder that leads to a hatch on the roof. So
Okay.
there's just one more wolf in this room, which is fairly empty except for the extra supplies the gnolls have brought up. There's spears, there's bedding, there's all of the things that they might need to hold out against the siege up here.
But there's no gnolls. They're
But there's
obviously
no
on the
gnolls.
roof.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Let's roll initiative for the next round.
Are we treating the top and bottom floors separately?
No,
Or am I,
all same initiative. Yeah.
am I getting choose now? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Did you
rolled
want to do
terribly
something on that
initiative.
round, Grimes?
I rolled well here. We can just say that I was finishing tying up, and we'll go to the next round, I guess.
Perfect.
But I do have things I want to do.
All right.
Where are they keeping our treasure?
Okay. The first thing to go is Grimes.
All right. So I've circled around the back of the frost giant, and I look up, and I'm gonna squat down and jump and grab onto its clothing, and begin climbing up its back without doing any damage.
Okay.
You're not gonna hammer in a pigeon.
In fairness, the spell does specifically say damaging attack. So I think there's some room for lawyering if you accidentally kick it.
I'm sure you'll find a nice crack to drive that pitten into on your way up.
With it being a giant as well, like it makes sense that you should be able to
Yeah.
climb it.
Yeah.
All right, let me just take a look at your climb skill. I will definitely make you make a climb check. Let's figure out how difficult it is to climb a giant.
Oh, we're Dragon's Dogma now.
We're not Dragon's Dogma, we're Shadow of the Colossus.
So,
Similar comparisons.
Shadow of the Colossus is infinitely better.
Someone in chat posted a comparison of the giant sizes.
Sometimes, Greg. Sometimes you say things and it's like
I've
I don't
never
even know
actually
you.
played Dragon's Dogma, so I don't know.
It's
Let's see. So you're going to be climbing up his clothes, which means there's not really... There's a lot of like flapping in the wind, or not so much flapping, but it's not a solid thing. It's a loose thing that you're up against. So I'll give you -2 for that. let's see. You've got both hands. You're not encumbered. You're not wounded. There's no slopes or overgrown. So yeah, just add a -2.
Okay.
All right, you begin to scale the giant. Yeah.
As I like cross its midsection, I try and like get a feel for where its kidney or something might be. A good place to stick a pointy object. But I think I'm going to climb all the way up to its shoulder.
Okay. If the giant is anything like a human, you know exactly where that kidney is, sitting right next to Mr. Liver on one side.
Maybe by the end, I'm like up towards its shoulder, looking at its exposed throat. And I think that's probably all I can do that round.
Okay. Next in the initiative order is Kel Marshall. There's a wolf in front of you.
All right, yeah, I'll kill a wolf. I'm going to do a shield punch as well.
Go for it.
So I get -2. So
You
it's an
punch
18.
a wolf with your shield.
No, that's my sword. Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
So 6,
All right. It's fine.
and then the shield
that's fine.
attack is at -4, right?
Yep.
But I count as proficient, so it's +1. 15.
You punch the wolf with your shield.
What damage does that do?
Depends on the
I
shield
think it's
size.
D4.
I think it's
Let me look
D4.
at the book. Yeah. Should we just do D4 for now and then
I
look
mean,
it up
his
after?
strength bonus is probably going to kill it, so just roll a
Yeah.
D4 and your strength. Yeah,
7.
you smash the wolf in, and it's dead.
All
Or
right.
unconscious.
Violent. You caved in the wolf's head and you chopped another wolf's head off while it's
Shield
still
punch.
your leg.
A medium shield does 1d4.
William Dogobane.
The dogs now know who to listen to.
The dogs proceed to rip the wolves apart. You know, one on one, one on the others. Losing my headphones. Tossing them back and forth around a bit.
How far is the ladder up to the roof? Like how high is the ladder?
10 feet.
Is it closed, the hatch?
Yep.
Okay, I get to the base of the ladder and I'll wait for next turn.
Okay. Before Ferris gets to go, there are a series of knoll attacks.
More spears.
More spears.
I don't know if you
Wait.
I don't know if you wrote your ammunition on your character sheet, but just there are currently 8 spears buried in the snow
Yes.
around myself
Yes.
and the giant.
I-
don't know
I'm
if all
well
that comes-
aware of
Would he
the-
have like total cover from being? He was climbing the back
You know,
of the
if they
giant.
were
doesn't-
still targeting Grimes, that might be the case. But
Are they
after-
even smart enough to throw their spears at the giant? Do they have any experience with this whatsoever?
it's not so much the giant is magically held, we're trying to break the magic, as it is like, what the fuck, you're not doing anything. I want to throw shit at you to get
So
your
you're gonna
attention
throw
to
your
get you
weapons
back.
at
I
him?
mean, we're literally going in to kill them right now. Would they not turn their attention to the people who are storming the floor they're on?
They're not doing that.
I mean, it's Neal's monsters.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's what's the wind like?
Minus
-6.
6.
If they needed a 20 to hit you, they'll need a 20 to hit
And the distance was how far?
They're up at... They're at about 100 feet of elevation,
Okay,
so
yeah,
they've got
we
like
don't
80
need- we
feet
don't
to
need
throw
we don't
down,
need to
but...
do- we don't need to do the trig.
Yeah,
So I guess
but
I'm saying
the-
increased range if they're higher.
They'll never hit it, guys. Don't
And
even worry.
the giant is also not moving, which is giving them, you know, he's got a penalty. He's held, so that's a +4 to hit. So it's a -2. Then there's some range benefits. So maybe let's call it -4, -5. So one of these will eventually hit the giant.
They need a 20 still, Neal,
doubt
surely.
No, they don't.
The giants not have like crazy AC.
DM hacks.
Oh, okay.
Salty players already? The giant hasn't even moved yet, and already the players are revolting.
That's the point.
So one of these will scrape against the giant's side because it is not doing anything, and these guys are desperate. It'll do 4 points, and this other one that rolled a 19 will do 7. So 4 and 7 is 11 points of damage to our big
Well, at least it
friend.
started it for us.
Hey, yeah, at least we got some damage. It's not bad. Send the dogs in.
Hurry up and do the garroting.
I can't. It's not fair.
So 19 minus whatever. I trust that the maths are working on that side of the table.
Yeah.
Can I get attacks at the end of the round or something?
I think you spent your whole round climbing a giant, right? How far can you climb in a single round?
I don't know. Rules are confusing.
It's all right. You'll beat its initiative.
Does it still have the
definitely
2-round delay after breaking out of the thing from damage?
Not when damaged.
It's all right. We're going to beat its initiative, and we're going to one-shot it. Grimes is going to kill it.
Okay.
Well, now I don't get an assassinate or anything.
I think you still should. You still should. It doesn't know you're there.
Why don't we roll initiative for everything now?
I still have an action.
Oh, please take it.
I want
Oh,
to
you
go kill a null.
Yeah, you could go up the stairs.
All right, you're gonna go up the ladder.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
All right, you can stow a weapon, make your way to the top, and there's the hatch up there, but it's heavy. There's something on top of it. You're gonna need a strength check to bust open this hatch.
Garbage.
31.
Oh, beautiful. You knock the hatch open and enter the rooftop. And you see 5 gnolls turn around in surprise as the half-elf
All right.
ascends to
Ferris
the
is going to poke his head up and say, "Come down here. The fighting's great, you fucking cowards." And then drop down the ladder and wait for them to come down.
Okay.
I need to roll again.
Yep.
Sorry.
Ferris, you are very first.
Yep. I land down from sliding back down the ladder. Actually, I need to add 2 to that. I rolled the wrong initiative. It's +7 because I drew my bow. Or I draw my bow. And I'm going to wait for a gnoll to come up to this hatch and see if any do. And if any do, I'm gonna fire a shot.
Well, do we see the giant? You said there's windows, right?
Yeah.
Do we see the
Oh, wait,
giant?
does Yarmir's like hypnosis disappear?
Yes. So the
Oh,
giant
okay.
takes a couple of spears
I think
and lets
seeing
out a
that
bit of
then.
a...
Oh, okay. Wait, so that happened last round, right?
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
I would not climb the ladder then. My bad. I would have turned my attention to the window, and we can just not do attacks for that round.
Sure.
No, you can shoot it, right?
Yeah, I want to shoot it now, this round.
Okay.
So I'm still going first, I assume.
Go for it.
So it's -6, but I should have bonuses for the fact that it hasn't moved. Like does it still have the penalties for held?
It broke last round, so no.
Okay, so D20 plus -6, but then I have height bonus or something?
Never for missile weapons, only for melee.
Okay. So -6 would be -1 total,
Okay.
unless there's any
I
modifier.
can't think of anything.
Yeah.
You've got infravision, so
15.
darkness doesn't matter. 15's a hit.
All right, so
They do
D6
not
for
have
that one.
amazing armor class.
4.
All right. You hit him for 4.
I'm gonna start peppering this guy down.
Giant is a little annoyed. Grimes, you're somewhere on his back or near his shoulders.
Yeah,
up, Grimes.
I draw a dagger and slit his throat for D4 damage.
You can definitely
I
get
miss.
in an assassinate from up here.
Yeah, Mom.
That doesn't matter. I miss, and then I just I rappel down the giant's front using my ice pick to slow my fall.
Yeah, because he starts to move and you get a little bit tousled. Your attack misses.
No, maybe I clip his shirt and sort of slide down his front. But, no assassinate.
Landing in the snow below. Marshall,
I look up at a flailing giant. And,
who is
think to-
still staring
think
right
to-
at Yaramir.
yeah.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll down the stairs. I don't know. Try and get back down to the base of the
All
tower.
right, you can get down to the base of the tower at the end of the round.
Do the dogs follow me? I grab the animal handling on the way.
Yeah, give me another animal handling.
All right. 20.
One of them comes fairly willingly. The other is very engaged in ripping apart one of these wolves.
Okay.
Do you want to bring it? Do you want to force it down with you?
If I can still get to the base with it, yeah.
Sure. Give me another animal handling check. No,
Nope.
no, it's too much of a pain in the ass to pull away. You have to leave
All
it
right.
behind.
That one can stay there and fight the gnolls if they come down.
Okay. You make it down to the base of the tower, and I actually forgot the Knowles initiatives. Actually, perfect. They go. The first one goes right now. It saw the giant start to move. It sees Grimes on the ground. Ferris did not pop through the hatch, so it will hurl a spear at. Nope. It misses Grimes entirely. And these are at 12.
It hurls a spear. Oh, and Noel hurls a spear.
Noel, yeah. Yaromir, it is your turn. The giant is staring at you, starting to move.
I mean, I'm down
You're
there
muted,
with you.
Greg.
I'm still reading my spell real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, there's other people that went at 12, so I'll just have the Knolls who are throwing spears at Grimes go first.
Why not the giant?
Because he doesn't go until 18. But 2 natural 20s against Grimes.
All right. If my AC is 16, I think they don't crit, but those are hits.
No, they definitely don't crit. Wait a minute, I do have a bonus to hit that's not that high.
And a penalty of 6.
Yeah, your AC is
wind.
16, and they're at long range. They definitely don't hit. They definitely hit, but don't crit. Grimes, you take 13 points of damage as 2 spears.
Wait, spears do D6? Are
2d4.
Okay.
2d4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4,
Sure.
4, 3, and 2 is 13.
Okay.
So one of them embeds in your thigh. The other one like rips across your face and into your shoulder a little bit, but like falls backwards afterwards. And it is Yaromir's turn.
So just to clarify, there are 16 spears peppering the ground. They have. Yeah.
Yes. This is this is the Knoll Fortress. It is well supplied with weapons in case of anything, and backup weapons.
The snow is just a porcupine of spears.
I'm gonna try to make use of the rope that Grimes tied to its feet. It seems to be ignoring this fact while it's moving forward.
Well, it hasn't moved
I
yet.
use bind. And command the rope to tighten and trip the creature. So it gets a saving throw versus spell.
Oh.
Apparently, although the rope's already around it, so I kind of feel like that saving throw might be just done away with.
I will give it. It's tied around both feet already, so I'll give it double disadvantage on its save.
Okay.
I hope that sounds fair enough to you. And it fails.
Awesome. So yeah, I tell the rope to trip and entangle the giant.
Okay. The rope pulls tightly against it. The giant goes next and tries to step forward after Yaromir, and immediately just like.
And I think that provokes an opportunity attack from me, right? He tries to move away from my threat range, falls flat on his face.
Force movement does not provoke opportunity attack. Somebody falling in front of you doesn't.
He tried to move. It just happened that he tripped.
All right, well,
that seems even more exposed.
Actually, you might not. You might be even more upset about this because you specifically said you repelled down the front of the giant, and it is now falling face forward. So Grimes, instead of making an opportunity attack, I want you to make me a dexterity check to avoid the falling giant.
Sure, I can fit right between his legs though.
Let's hope so.
No, I get squished, I guess.
The giant comes toppling down, thudding deeply
in the snow. Can I make that opportunity attack with the dagger in my hand?
Sure.
As the giant falls on me.
Hold the dagger up.
I may die from squish, but by God, you'll get a D4.
You can even get a +4 to even get a +4 to hit from the falling giant on you.
Does the giant smash its face into the side of the tower as it falls over?
It was 60 feet from the tower, and it's only 20 feet tall, so it doesn't. You do 3 points of damage to the giant, who crumples onto you. Thankfully, there's some snow to break your fall, and you got pretty close, so it's not like you're in the middle of the giant's path. You're more like its knee comes and hits you in the shoulder.
He only breaks 2 of your legs.
Yeah. Ferris, do you want to roll me a D10 falling damage for how much Grimes takes as the giant's knee collides with him?
Me roll it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the idea of hurting Grimes.
All right, Grimes, you take 4.
All right.
The frost giant is on its face in the snow. It yells, starts to crawl forward in the snow, and then like stops and goes towards its feet, and it's going to try and break apart the ropes binding it together with a strength check.
Not like a bend bars or something?
To break rope?
Can you? Okay. So I can break any rope I want as a strength check? Is Is that the precedent we're setting?
I would say you don't need a 21. You probably need like a 30 to break.
I mean, isn't this what bend bars and? I mean, that seems like what this whole mechanic exists for.
Yeah,
His bend bar
yeah.
is gonna get aced anyway. Like he's got giant strength, right?
Yeah, but even then, it's still like.
This is why I wanted chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, chain would have been great.
I think you were gone for this, Neal, but snapping rope has it can be fucking deadly stuff. It has a lot of snapping force behind it, as in like it severs limbs.
What?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
I'll send you a link. People,
I don't know if I want to see that.
no, it's not. It's not images. It's it's news stories.
He passes his 70% chance to bend bars and rips the rope, tangling his feet up. But it takes him his whole round. And
He's
now
still
the
on the
giant,
ground.
He's on his butt on the ground.
If he's
ripping the
on
rope
his
apart.
butt, then I shouldn't have been crushed. He's on his face in the
He
snow.
fell on his face, rolled over, and
Okay.
ripped the rope.
Okay.
And we go to next round initiative. There are still
He's
5 rolls. on
he's
the-
dropped his axe, I assume, right?
Yes,
To
the axe is
untie
in the
himself.
snow adjacent to him.
10.
Ooh, giant gets
Wait,
pretty
did
good
everyone
initiative.
go that round?
Well,
William?
no, I get a second shot,
Oh, please make it.
Oh yeah.
and I should have a bonus for it being like prone on the ground, right?
Actually, a penalty. I get a bonus.
We'll say no bonus or penalty because he's a big enough target when he's prone that it won't make a difference.
Okay.
Maybe 2 for him not moving. Yeah, but bonus of 2.
Okay, so
That seems
plus
fair.
1, 8.
No.
Probably not gonna hit.
Track your ammo. And initiative. I think we need a Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Okay. Ascending numbers. Yaramir, you are first.
I begin tracing patterns in the snow around the tower, and in excuse me, and in 10-foot cubes, walls of misty gloom and death spring forth from the patterns I create, and I'm putting all of the all of the 5 cubes. No, plus 1 10-foot cube per level, so 5 plus 2 is 7. I'm putting all 7 cubes around this tower to try to like put a barrier between me and the giant.
Okay. So you can totally surround. Well, you can surround the tower on all the sides except for like the backside, which is a sheer cliff.
Yeah.
Which doesn't matter. And it's 10 feet high and 10 feet thick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is like a big, fat, gloomy wall. Of
It's a big,
oppression.
fat, gloomy wall around the tower.
Okay.
Yeah. That he's gonna have to save to go through.
And if he doesn't go through, that just leaves Grimes as the target for him. Okay.
I think it's got enough hit die that it won't matter. But I
Well,
guess
we'll
find
see.
out.
Kel Marshall. I'm sorry. Knowles at the top. They're having a hard time seeing Grimes mixed with the giant, and now that the
They
giant's
shouldn't be able to see it at
moving,
all.
They're not
There's no
really
light
too
source.
interested in attacking. Oh, that's true. There's no more lights down there. It's all just blurry. So one of them's going to open the hatch and take a look into the top floor.
All right.
You're not lit up, are you, Ferris?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's just whatever little bit of moonlight is coming through the clouds, which is pretty paltry.
There might be some flaming debris around.
Oh, that's
William,
right. There's
lighting
flaming
up.
debris down there. Totally. So you know what? In fact, the Knoll's gonna open the hatch, and then other Knolls are gonna throw spears at your dog. That's how it's gonna go. 4 spear attacks, throwing spears against a dog. Miss.
14 AC, I think.
14. Okay, 3 misses and 1 hit. Pick one of your dogs. Pick Dancer or Prancer, and
Prancer.
they take 7 hit points worth of
Do you-
damage.
Do you know its HP?
I have it written down somewhere. Did I not give it to you before?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Let me go find. It's in NPC details. You said Prancer?
Yep.
We hardly knew you, Prancer.
Is it dead?
I don't know. I'm just trying to find its HP.
Should be alive still, on average.
Stupid. Where is...
I don't know what to do now. I was going to try and decapitate the giant, but
where the hell are Dancer and Prancer?
I mean, should we just roll HP for them, Neal? It's 2d8.
Sure, why don't you just roll it?
Yeah. Prancer, Dancer, 13 and 9, so he's down to 6.
Okay. Maybe it's in my... It's over here.
What happens if I fail a saving throw versus spell to go through the wall of gloom, Greg?
You have to flee in you can't go through, and you flee for the next D something turns.
So instead, you should leap off the tower and land on the giant with a plunging attack.
Have you marked the damage that he's taken?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
2d4 plus 1 rounds, I believe.
Ooh, hold on. I forgot they have a strength bonus. It should be an additional 2 damage on whatever I said.
All right.
Is he
He's
still
severely
alive?
wounded. Yeah, he's still alive, but he's severely wounded.
So that's the Knolls. And next up is Marshall.
Can I see the giants at all through the wall of gloom?
No.
Barely. It's obscured. It would be like a penalty to throw something through the gloom.
And there's no light anymore,
But
so
more
you shouldn't
importantly,
be able
the
to see it
giant
at
is
all.
not illuminated.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, I know where it was, right? I mean, I was getting ready to attack it right before the wall of gloom
You
appeared.
can see faint shapes moving outside, enough to kind of place it, but not really enough. Like, you'd have severe penalties to hit.
I mean, I'm going to try and throw a javelin on it.
Okay. Give us a roll to hit. You're going -3 for darkness, -2 for wall of gloom. -6
Are there
for
bonuses
wind.
for ranged attacks against massive creatures?
19 plus 5, 24. Minus
24,
whatever.
but -11, so that's actually only a 13. So no, you miss.
11?
So
Wait,
they have
-6
a
for
better
wind,
to
3
hit
for
than
light,
okay.
2
Grimes
for...
does with a spear, or than William does with a spear. That's crap.
Yeah, how did the Knolls hit then on a 19?
They rolled natural 20s. Wait, how did
didn't.
they hit
They
on a
rolled
You said
natural
they didn't
19?
roll a natural 20. It's fine.
They hit on a 19.
Because he had a -4 from being held.
The Knolls do not have darkness penalties.
Oh.
That's how. So the Knolls only had the -6 for the wind, and they have a plus
Hold
something.
on,
to
they
hit.
are more than 60 feet away from the giant. Their infravision, their night vision does not extend 60 feet.
Uh-oh.
We also, I in the prior cave that we were in, was able to see the Knolls at a time they were not able to see me. So I know it doesn't extend 60 feet for them.
These are different knolls,
These are
That's
different
true.
Knolls, and
but I
many
still don't
other
think their
things.
infravision is more than 60 feet.
60 feet is the standard for improvision.
Yeah. If I'm correct, I would propose that William just gets a hit as well. And moving forward, we can do math correctly. But
Sure, whatever. William, you
All
still
right.
have it still should be like -11 to hit. I think we're just gonna keep ruling this as a miss and going forward. Grimes, you're in the snow between the giant's legs, but down by his knees.
yeah, I'll stand
do you
up
do?
and take a couple of pot shots before I run.
You better run fast.
10,
Nope,
16.
that's enough.
I smack it with my ice pick
Right in
for
the
4 points of damage
thigh.
before turning tail and running. I think I'm gonna head for the switchbacks
Okay, so you start
and
heading
avoid the wall of gloom.
down this way.
Yeah, and I peace out. Do my best to conceal myself or whatever, like run around a corner so that the giant won't notice where I went. And we'll see.
Perfect. The frost giant goes. It finally gets to its feet and begins moving towards the tower. Now, I feel like Yarmir and Marshall aren't like at the very front of the doorway. You're probably inside the tower, a safe distance.
Yep.
So the giant is going to try and push. It has to make a saving throw for spell. Greg?
If it's got more than 7 hit die, I think it can just ignore it.
You're muted, Greg. I can't hear you.
It has too many hit dice. It doesn't have to save.
Okay, cool. It goes and begins to scale the tower, grabbing up at a window above it and putting its feet against it and going from window to window. Moving up the tower. It will get basically to the top of the tower on its turn, and that's about all it can do. And Ferris.
William went downstairs, right?
Yep, you are alone up here.
I'm going down.
No, stab it through the windows. Neal, am I aware of what it's doing? Can I sort of
you
feel
can
the
see it climbing up in front of you.
All right.
Okay, so wait, would I be able to like stab a shin or something as it's climbing up this tower?
Its face is just outside of your window, and
so I can stab it in
you.
the face as it's climbing up this tower.
You can make it, yeah. You can try and slash at it. Its face.
I'm gonna
Stab it in the face. It counts as an automatic cold shot against the face, right? But he doesn't need the -4.
Well, yeah, but cold shots against the face don't really make a difference.
But if he gets a crit,
what if I hit it in the eye?
Just make your attack roll.
Can I stab its eyes out?
Just make an attack roll.
All right, 2d20. One is a definite miss. The other one might hit. It's a 15.
That's all you need.
D6 for that one. It takes another 5 damage, and then I run downstairs. I'm not going. Right. I'm not staying near the window.
You slash it across the face.
Do we not have something that says if you do a cold shot, you get to roll on the table, even if it's just a normal hit?
No.
We're not using the table.
No. Oh, okay.
And also, you don't want to use those rules because then the sheer number of monsters that can use them against you, it's in the player's benefit. It's always worse fighting.
Yeah, no, you don't want those tables as players.
All right.
Yeah. Otherwise, the next time you're enlarged, people are going to go after your eyes if it's actually a viable option, and no one likes being blinded in game. So let's pretend it doesn't happen. Initiative rolls. Frickin' Knolls are at the top. Ooh, they're going pretty late. And the giant is going here. Alright. That looks like the whole party. Ferris, you are heading down the staircase.
Yeah, I don't want to be up top with this thing up there.
Just find like its stomach or something through one of the windows.
Yeah, is like its feet or something still visible through one of the windows?
It depends on what floor you're on.
I mean, I can move 60 yards and make an attack. Sure. I'm gonna move around windows and find one where like it has an exposed leg and slash at it with 2 weapons.
It's 20 feet high. It's on the west side. You'd have to go all the way back up to the same spot where you were looking at it before.
I can move 60 yards.
Can I split up my move
so I go like 50 feet or whatever to get back up, and then I slash at it.
So,
and then I can run again.
Last round you made your attack and you used all of your movement going down. So if you can go up at the same rate that you can go down, then you can get back up there with half of your movement and make your attacks and end in the same spot you started last round.
How big is the window?
The windows on the top floor are fairly regular, like maybe 2 feet wide.
Too big for a giant hand to fit through?
Not too big for a hand to fit through, but too big for a giant to fit through.
Not too big for a giant hand?
No.
Fuck that. I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait.
Yeah.
All right. So you're down on maybe the 4th floor.
Yeah. I'm gonna ready an attack. See what happens.
Okay. Marshall.
All right. Well, I get up to the 4th floor and I see Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? What are you doing?
I'm waiting. I'm not standing up toe to toe with a giant.
I did.
I look up.
Oh yes, I watched you valiantly get crushed as it fell on top of you.
If the giant were to try and pull me through the window, it wouldn't be able to, would it?
I can't tell you. I can't give you that answer. Come on.
No, I mean, I am bigger than the window.
You're way bigger than the window. Yeah.
All right.
Until it cracks your bones and distorts your body's frame.
It can attack me. I've got 27 HP. I'm going to attack the giant.
You make it to the top of the tower.
Is your max HP 27?
32.
Oh, 32. It's like Grimes is almost as much HP as William.
Do I get any sort of bonuses, Neal? Because it's kind of like, I mean...
I will adjust its AC if it needs adjusting.
I cannot miss, right?
I don't know.
Just stab it into a window of flesh.
So it's not like the giant is like pressed against the window, right? He's climbing and he's a big guy, so his body is a little bit away from the window, and the walls are fairly thick, so you need to like get into the window and lash outward at it. Attacking through windows is maybe an awkward thing, but we'll cancel out the awkwardness for his defense and your attack and call it a regular attack roll.
All right.
Oh, 1 shy.
+1 in there for something?
can't think of anything. I can only think of penalties for you.
Well, what about that magic longsword he got last session?
What about the darkness outside?
Is he
foiled again?
He's wearing light armor.
There's lights in this room.
There's light on the 10th floor. You're on the 9th floor.
Wait, if he's hitting the giant in the face, would it get the armor bonus from its hide? I mean, normally I wouldn't argue
He's on
this,
the
but
9th
if it's in a
floor. The lights on the top floor.
Oh.
It's a miss. We're not gonna descend into AC hunting or bonus hunting. Yaromir, your turn.
I cast the shield spell around myself, and then I take a big, deep breath, pinch my nose, and attempt to run through the wall of gloom.
Okay. Do you have to save against it yourself, or can you move through it freely?
No, I have to make a save. Unless you would like to let me move through it freely. Maybe the Amulet of Tempos protects me.
That's an interesting concept. Why don't you make your save, and I will account for the Amulet of Tempos. Let me know how much you fail by if you fail.
So I rolled a 5,
And
and
you
that fails by 7.
Okay, it doesn't give you a bonus of 7. Definitely.
Okay, so I have a question. I must now spend a number of rounds fleeing. Which direction am I fleeing?
Probably into the tower.
Somewhere
against
into the
the corner.
tower. Maybe into the bottom floor of the tower. Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
you have to run all the way up the tower. You're just
Okay.
surrounded by gloom. You can stay down or you can go up. Your call.
I'll stay in the bottom floor for now.
Okay.
Shoot it, Grimes. Shoot it in the back.
Grimes.
Yeah. I shout in giant. Your allies have betrayed you. The gnolls are fighting with us. I take a pot shot. -6 for the wind.
Yep.
Come on.
There's a back attack is +2.
Yep.
Correct?
Come on.
For a
Come
total
on.
of -1,
Ah.
10.
Nope.
All right, Neal. Make your unarmed attack.
Plus magic bonuses. No, that's not gonna be there. And then I I pull back to the switchbacks and
Cool. Frost Giant goes. It pushes itself away from the tower a little bit, takes its arm, and reaches in at you, Kill Marshal.
All right, I get
Grab
an
you.
attack of opportunity against an unarmed attack, right?
Yes. We did rule that in Hardcore
Yeah,
Heroes as well.
We did.
Go for it at +4 to hit. Did we keep it? No, I think we got rid of the +4 to hit, but not +4 to damage. Right.
+4 to hit, though.
Yeah.
I'm taking some fingers here, Neal. I want you to know
Maybe.
that. 17.
It's a regular hit.
All right, well, I'll take it. 10 damage.
10 points of damage. You cut into this nice webbing spot where the giant's hand is, and down through its wrist, to the base of its wrist a little bit. But it grabs you. It definitely grabs you.
Okay.
If you get thrown off the cliff, this is going to be very bad.
I think it's like a
200 or 2,000.
This is like a monkey or a raccoon or whatever reaching into a jar that's too big.
It cannot get me out the
Have you seen
window.
Those sorts of things.
It can crush me, but
Holds on to William and rips him through the window. The fragile stonework from the 2,000-year-old tower is not
Makes a
strong
save
enough.
versus crushing blow.
I have
Or
already
a giant
rolled.
strength check.
No,
Okay,
the
sure.
stuff was already all set up ahead of time. It rips him out of the window. You take 4 damage in the process.
well,
The fight was scripted, so he was able to roll these strength checks before the battle started.
You are such a wonderful player to play with, Brian. I don't know why I don't have you on all the games I play. I love you. And why don't you roll me a d10 for the location the giant grabbed you?
all right. 3.
Oh, that's
Take
the
a look.
sword, right?
At the combat options. Versus humanoids. It grabs you by your leg. Your left leg is what the giant ends up getting a hold of after you
At
cut
least
into
your
his
sword
hand.
arm's free.
Yeah. And he now has you dangling upside down over the tower.
Is that his turn, though? That's his turn. That's his one attack.
He can't make another attack with you.
Yeah.
Giant has to decide whether to drop you or to hold on to you and bash you against the tower next round.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You did hurt him a lot. I think he's gonna hold on to you and bash you against the tower next round. The gnolls go at the very end of the round. They're still holding open the door and trying to throw spears at the dog.
Wait, does my dog not attack the giant? Does it not jump out the window? And...
Your dog is not leaping.
Neal.
Oh, you know what? Your dog can leap out the window at the giant. Go for it.
Yes.
It's an
Come on,
angry
dog.
guard dog.
Yeah,
Hey,
man, he's
Neal.
pissed off.
Can I move up the tower since I never moved this round?
Sure.
I won't take attacks,
At
but
the
can
end
I
of your
move up
turn,
to where?
of course.
Yeah.
Your dog misses the giant and falls 90 feet into the snow.
Into its death, yeah.
So it takes half of this damage.
Wait, it's only got 4 HP, so...
Okay,
Yeah.
it takes 32 damage and dies.
Well, it's its own fault for trying something stupid like leaping out of a window.
And the dog on the top floor gets hit by 2 more spears and probably dies because it takes minimum. Takes
I think we're up
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It takes 10 damage and dies.
Yeah.
Should have thought to ask how many spears I saw. I heard you see spears, and I was thinking, oh, okay, so there's like maybe 10 spears leaning in the tower.
Down
Nope.
at the bottom, there was like 10 or 15, but the tower is stocked with plenty of
Yeah.
weapons. It's,
Yeah.
you know, a major defensive point. We all
Next
rolled
round.
initiative? Yeah, let's all roll initiative.
Okay. So I've moved up the tower, right? I'm on the
Yes.
top floor. All right.
You can be at the 10th floor.
Awesome.
Oops, ascending.
Neal,
and-
falling damage should be D6. I mean, the dog is still.
I'm sorry.
The dog
yeah.
is still.
You're
a
right.
pancake,
You're right.
but
That was a mistake.
The
Instead,
D10 falling damage I took was from a giant falling. on me.
it only takes 17 points of damage.
Still dead.
It still
Okay,
dies. Let's see. Kel Marshall, you are first. You are being dangled upside down by your left leg,
How high off the ground am I?
about 90 to 100 feet.
Would I die if it dropped me?
You would take falling damage. You would take 9d6 or 10d6, depending on your exact height,
Half
divided
of
by
that.
2.
Half of that because of the soft snow, right?
Right, divided by 2.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Has it got like a sleeve or something?
Oh wait, shouldn't William have gotten a second attack last round?
No.
No.
That
But
was
I
the
would get
first
2
attack.
attacks this round, though.
You would get 2 attacks this round. It does not have a sleeve. It has bare arms.
So there's nothing I can like grab onto with my left hand.
But bear in mind, this has been heavily modified from the Monsters Manual.
Right,
Yeah,
the
but, like,
stats aren't the same, but it looks the same.
But the
Am I in
picture's
front?
still the same.
Am I in front of its face, or like maybe its beard, or?
No.
Also,
It
like-
holds you out of the tower, and it's holding you at arm's reach while it holds onto the tower, so that the only thing that you can maybe attack would be its hand. You're dangling too far away from it.
Okay, if it drops me, I take half of 96.
Yep. Or 10d6, depending on where it drops you from. Unless it throws you in the air and then lets you tumble. I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess I mean I can maybe survive that. So I will put all my strength into I don't know, like stabbing it right in the hand where it's grabbed me and try and get it to.
I think for fighting while being dangled upside down by a giant is a -4 to hit.
I don't know about that.
Wouldn't it cancel out on account of him like? I mean, it's literally
Can
a
you just
hand.
stab the hand that's
Yeah, like he's literally stabbing a thing right
Yeah.
in front of him. It's a
can't-
giant hand.
It can't
God,
dodge, can it?
He's stabbing the thing like 6 feet from. I mean, like
This is
he's
an
upside
incredibly
down.
strong
trying to-
William. I'm sure he has enough core strength to hold himself up in a crunch
Yeah.
position and then thrust.
Anyway, isn't it the equivalent of it being held because technically it can't dodge?
You're also held.
Yeah. It literally cannot evade his attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're upside down, so I'll just give it AC 10, and I'll give you a -4 to hit, which is actually
Okay.
a total of a bonus of 1 to hit for you.
Yeah, that is fine.
Thank you for being consistent on regarding the bare arms.
Yep.
Right? No sleeve to grab means no armor to.
Oh yes, come on. 22.
That's
You
that's
clear
a double
by
crit.
5.
That's a
No, I clear by tanks.
10. It's AC 10.
Oh, that's right, AC 10. You do clear by 10. My mistake. Yes.
All right.
3d8, man.
21 damage.
Oh yeah, you hack into the giant's hand, cutting it off, and you tumble.
He took off the giant's hand.
Yeah, you take off the giant's hand.
I try and land on its hand to break the fall.
You take 13 points of damage as you fall. Maybe
Mate,
it's not
that's-
like the entire thing is cut off, but it's like dangling from a bit of flesh. It's like
Awesome.
It's a semi-useless hand now. The giant roars in anger as Kel
So-
Marshall tumbles to the snow below, losing a second attack.
So, at the same time, Ferris is going, right? At the same initiative. So this giant is still holding on, right?
Yep.
I can reach out the window and just slash it with both weapons.
Yep.
All right, and it can't grab me anymore because it'd have to let go of the towers. This is
Yep.
actually perfect. So 2d20, first one's at +4, second one's at +3. I don't think
No.
either will hit.
Nope. Yaramir, you by the end of your turn, your panic and fear subsides. But I think this is your one round of fleeing.
Yeah, it has to be at least one round, so.
Next up is the frost giant, who is fucking pissed.
Takes severe bleeding damage, right?
We're not.
Oh, that was a crit, right?
I don't
Was it
think
correct?
you want to open that can of worms, my friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. It's
The
lost a
giant-
hand, though. I mean,
It pulls itself to the top of the tower.
The hand is disabled.
Reaches into its little rut sack by its side, pulls out a rock with its one good hand, and hurls it at William down below.
Question.
hang on. I'm
When
in the
he
snow.
fell, does
That means
William
it falls
get
off the tower.
benefits
Hold on,
of the
there's
wall
4
of gloom
people
protecting
talking.
him?
One at a time, please. Let's start with Greg. What are you saying?
When William fell, does he now get the protection of the wall of gloom from projectiles?
If he fell in the wall of gloom, yes, because the wall is only 10 feet high. So if he falls outside of the wall of gloom, it's possible that the wall of gloom, it depends on his falling location. So William, why don't you roll me D20, and that's how many feet from the tower you've fallen. If it's a 15 to a 20, you're... Okay, so you're inside the wall of gloom right now, William.
How many
Alright.
hit dice do you have, William?
hit dice.
What level?
Five. Four.
Okay, he is
Four.
unaffected by the wall of gloom.
No.
No, he has,
Four.
he has.
4 hit dice or less. He has 5. He's unaffected.
No, I'm not.
four.
I've got
He has
level
4.
He's gonna
And even
level
if
this
you have-
session, maybe.
Even if you have
Okay, I thought
5,
you
you've
said
got...
you were 5th level.
Yeah, no,
No, only
I
grind.
didn't say that.
Okay.
But Neal, right, I would argue that I've fallen through how many feet of snow? A lot of feet of snow. Like, can it even see me?
Also, I was gonna say that if it has a semi-useless hand, it has to use its good hand to grab the rock, which means it's gonna
pulled
fall off
itself
the tower.
on top of the tower was the first part of that line.
Oh, so it has like its
Yeah,
arm
so
wrapped around.
that's
So,
fine.
yeah, so it's like, no, it's climbed
Okay.
and standing on the tower now, like at the top of the tower surrounded by knolls. Pulls out, it will have penalties to hit you, William, because your location is sort of known, but not exactly known.
I think its penalty is the same as Williams, minus 11, right? Six for the wind, darkness, minus 2 for the wall of gloom. I think it's the exact same situation William was
You
in.
know, I would say all of that. My only question is a boulder is probably less affected by the wind, so I'll reduce it from -6 to -3 because it's not a javelin or an arrow or a spear. It's like a giant fucking rock, you know?
Yeah.
That's new, but sounds reasonable.
So
It
if I
sounds
enlarge
reasonable.
myself and my sling, or I give my sling to someone and enlarge them, will that reduce wind penalties?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
on board with that.
Let's not be too salty by it. All right, come on, Neal, roll it. But half damage because of the same reason I took half damage when falling through the snow, right? The rock would have to
Crunch
penetrate.
through snow.
That's a stretch.
Okay, well, just roll your dice.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Adjusted. Okay, hold on. So
Probably
minus-
will not crit.
-3. Wall of Gloom is in the way, so another -2.
He should have a penalty for William being prone as well.
And a
Yeah.
penalty for darkness. I don't
Yeah.
think he has dark vision.
No, right.
Although
so,
that actually would balance out with Williams' penalties.
right. So this is probably. Hold on a minute. -3, -2, darkness penalties.
20. And the 20s get you. They giveth and they taketh away.
So this is an adjusted. No, you know what? It's just going to be a hit. There's definitely not a crit going on in here.
You
so-
only take 32 damage.
Well, hopefully it's less than 20.
You take 9 points of damage as the rock collides with your belly.
I think I'm just like, I'm already sort of 10 feet deep in snow and now there's a giant rock on top of me. I've got 1 HP.
I mean, maybe not 10 feet deep. You know, it's like maybe 2 or 3 feet of snow here.
If there was ever a time to just say, fuck it, going to sleep. It's probably not.
Are you? You said you're at 1?
I'm at 1, yeah.
Oh my god.
Hold on. By D&D rules, you're just as healthy as a person at 32 HP.
But
Right.
the giant thinks I'm dead, though, Neil, right? Don't tell me it
I
thinks I'm
can't
still
tell you
alive.
what the giant thinks. You can impose whatever
Okay.
belief system you'd like, though. Grimes, it's your turn.
I feel like there's so many adjustments to missile weapon fire, I can't even handle it.
Yeah, it's a mess.
It's -6 for the range.
No, it's not.
And,
You have a crossbow of
no,
accuracy, buddy.
Magic.
sorry, -6. I mean -6 for the wind.
Oh, yeah.
And then no more back attack. I think it's just the -6. And then maybe darkness, but the giant should have symmetric darkness penalties.
Right.
So those cancel.
Oh, right. The darkness penalty should cancel. Good point.
Okay.
No.
Another
It
miss with the
falls short.
crossbow. And I guess I run back out to the field of battle, but
The gnolls at the top of the tower go next, and they begin coming down the stairs. Down the ladder.
Cool.
aren't they
Awesome. So
Did the giant not like squish them?
No.
Or does he not take opportunity attacks at them? I guess the giant's axe is right here next to me, isn't it?
It's all on the ground, yeah.
Neal, with half movement, can I retreat back to the base of the stairs while these guys are going down the ladder? So I never took my move for this round.
I think that just
Or
makes
I don't want to
you
go to the base of the stairs. I just want to get into the stairway, essentially. I want to have like
Sure.
a narrow realm to fight in.
I don't know. You didn't use your movement on your turn, and now the gnolls are coming down. I kind of feel like
That's what I mean. Like I see them coming down the ladder. I want to use that opportunity to back into the stairwell.
but we can't. We're not gonna do reactive movement. Otherwise, everything is gonna be. Oh, they move in here. Everyone moves out. Like you move on your turn, and it's somebody else's turn, and then they go. You know, if you had said you move into the stairwell at the end of your turn, that's one thing, but not in reaction to other people coming in. That's not gonna fly. The gnolls do descend, and they come after you.
All right.
Thanks.
I feel like it should take them.
It's the
They
next
should be
round,
pretty
isn't it?
slow in coming down. I feel.
Well,
They should go down
it's
this hatch
one
one at a
floor.
time. Right,
Yeah,
but it's a small hatch. They have to go through one at a
They
time.
can all come down one at a time, but they can all come down in the same round.
Can we pause? Wait, I was the last to go that round. I think we need to re-roll initiative before
We
we
do,
move
but
back.
this is the gnolls at the end of that round.
How did they get less than an 18?
They
on their
should have
initiative?
gone before you, but I forgot about
Okay.
them until
Okay.
after your
So they
turn.
went last. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are we rolling initiative?
No, I'm rolling gnoll attacks.
Oh.
Give me a sec. Gnoll, we have a 16, an 11, a 24, a 22, and a 14. What's your AC, Ferris?
16 plus the magic bonus.
Okay. So
What were the rolls again?
there was a 16, which is a miss.
Mhm.
There's a miss, a 22, and a nat 20, which is a 24 adjusted.
Okay.
So the 22 and the 24 hit you. You said it's a 16 plus
Plus
magic
magic bonus.
Okay, so the 24 is a crit.
Okay.
And the other one is just a hit. So the regular hit deals to you 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And the crit deals to you 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
Okay.
All right. Next round. Oops. Don't move, giant.
Is the wall of gloom still in effect? Yeah.
It is. And you need to make a saving throw. You probably should have made it the moment you fell into the wall. Make it for
It's
your
2d4 plus 1 rounds. I never rolled it. I assume Neal did, but I don't know.
I thought it was 1d3 rounds for the gloom wall.
1d3 is how many rounds that you run scared. 2d4 plus 1 is the per level. So 1d4 plus 4
Well, I fail my save if it's still on.
is the
That's right.
number of rounds the wall is active.
Okay.
Okay.
So is it still active? If it is, I fail my save.
Yes,
It
it's
is
still there.
definitely still active because it's passively open for 4 rounds, and this is the 4th round it's been up.
Right.
So
Alright.
then it's gonna have 2d4 more rounds after this one.
Yep.
So I think William just picks himself out of the snow and runs like the smart man he is.
Well, on my initiative.
I don't even think you need the wall of gloom effect to let you know that you should be running.
I think the safest thing to do is play dead.
Oops, I forgot to turn on our Frofro overlay stuff. Redo this.
Well, this has been It's been a stressful time.
There we go. That's better. So first up is Jaromir with a natural 1 on the initiative.
So I hold my nose and try to run through the wall of gloom with my shield spell still active.
Okay. Make another save.
I'm not running. I'm not using my full movement. I'm trying to move past the wall of gloom with a normal move so I can then take an action.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a saving throw.
Okay.
You can do it.
I believe. Although, I don't.
Oh,
That's an
yeah.
exact match. That is a pass.
Yes!
I
Do
wade
it.
through the cold and dreary, misty gloom, and I stare up at the frost giant with my shield spell active, and I
can't
begin
believe you're gonna do this.
the shooting star on my chest, and I fire a magic missile at it.
Alright.
Right.
So you're gonna enlarge it.
For 7 points of damage. I'm not going to enlarge it while Ferris and you are still in the building, or while Ferris is still in the building.
Okay,
almost dead,
the giant has taken some serious damage and is close to the end of his life here.
Just for the record, Neal, you've been keeping track of my AC with the amulet.
Yes.
With the shield spell active against hurled objects, which would include thrown boulders, I have an effective AC of 18 before any magical bonuses from the amulet.
Cool. Thank you for explaining that to me.
Yeah.
So you make it through, you magic missile the giant, and it is it's Ferris's turn.
Muted, Sean.
I want to withdraw into the stairwell and force them to come at me one at a time, basically.
Okay. You make a fighting withdrawal back towards the staircase.
So is that the equivalent of a half move?
No, it's an action.
Okay. So I'm just gonna wait in the stairwell, I guess. I mean, they're using spears, which should be to my advantage since I'm on lower ground, because it's harder to stab around somebody when you're trying to stab below them.
Yeah. Well, it's better than having to make swings, but yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, normally you could, like, stab over somebody's shoulder at a person behind them, but since they're
right. No,
they're above them on stairs, there's no way. I can't imagine.
Only one of them can engage with you at a time. Yeah. Absolutely. That's your turn. Kel Marshall. No, wait. The first Knoll goes just before Kel Marshall. It goes at 9. And it comes after you, Ferris, with a stab, which is an 11 to hit, which is a miss. Go for it, Marshall.
I've got to run because of the gloom. I mean, can I make the argument that I just stay where I am?
No, you gotta flee.
Okay, well, there's a boulder on top of me. So I've got to climb up.
It's like a rock about this big. So you can move it. You can move it, and then
climb out of the snow.
Yeah, you get to go. You get to decide, since you're in the middle of the wall of gloom. Do you want to go into the tower or out of the tower? But you got to decide right now.
Into the tower.
All right, you bolt into the tower, and you have to run in fear for X number of rounds.
I mean, I just do what Jaromir did. I curl up into a ball on the ground. I curl up into a ball on the ground floor and wait for 3
D3 rounds is the fear effect.
Yeah.
The wall of gloom will be in effect for another 2d4.
When did I fail the save, Neal? When I first fell into it, or the start of this turn?
Start of this turn.
Okay, so D3 rounds.
Yep. Grimes.
I think there's some Knolls before me. No.
Definitely. But they can't really get to Ferris. One of them can poke its head out the window. Where you're somewhere out in the snow, probably not all that
They
visible.
shouldn't be able to see him.
Yarmir, you're not well lit, are you? Do you have the lantern around your waist?
I have the skull.
Okay. Yeah. So a couple of Knolls will hurl spears towards Jaromir. But to no avail. They're all misses. I think they need another 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
That hits.
I don't think so.
You have a magic crossbow, right? And you don't know the bonus to hit?
Yeah, so my base is +3. I'm subtracting 6 for the 6 for the wind. I probably don't have a back attack or anything.
With magic, that's a hit.
Wow.
All right.
That's a pretty solid crossbow then.
Yeah.
I think that's +3 because somebody else hit with
max damage. So I deal 7 plus magic.
Is that against the giant? Is that the giant or the?
That's the giant. There's nothing else that I can see.
It is badly wounded. It's got bolts in it. It's got a hand that's dangling. It's got slashes across its face and across its chest. like you can actually see like little bits of blood dripping down the side of the tower because this guy's so messed up.
Yeah.
It's the giant's turn. This is not going well for her. I think I've been using the male pronoun for it, but it's...
You mostly said he, but then you showed us a picture with a beard. So
the female frost giants have beards to help keep their faces nice and toasty.
Yeah. Could just self-identify.
Definitely a female giant. We rolled for it during the planning stream for this. All right. I think it's gonna pull a rock and hurl it in the direction of Grimes, which is difficult to see, so vision penalties and all that fun jazz.
But I think they cancel with my vision penalties.
Yeah.
I have AC 18 versus missile weapons. There's a -6 or whatever for the -3 for the wind or whatever you said it was.
Yeah. The giant rolls at... Where's my giant stats here?
Plus 12 or something.
Ooh. Does an 18 hit you, Grimes?
Oh, 18 is my base. Here's my AC versus missiles. So there. Are there any other bonuses? I mean, I assume you've already accounted for wind. Mm-hmm. I think darkness is symmetrical. Mm-hmm. Is it at long range?
No, it doesn't have range penalties.
It doesn't have range penalties?
Not where you're at. It can throw way farther and yeah. Its effective range is 200 feet. So it just hits Grimes. You take 7 points of damage from this rock about the size of a child's head.
That sounded like a very disappointed sigh. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Grimes, I think you get to live another day.
And then after that, the giant actually takes a step back and curls down into a small ball to try and reduce, to try and hide at the top of this tower while
it's still
bleeds.
21 feet tall, right? So I mean,
see. It's 21 feet tall, but then curled into a ball.
Yeah.
So how much do you reduce your height when you curl into a ball?
Have you got a magic missile?
You go from 6 to 2 feet, maybe. So the giant is cut by
probably
a third.
Closer to 3.
So the giant's maybe 7 feet tall at the top of the tower right now.
So I can still see him is the point.
Magic missile can hit him, but everything else is going to be problematic.
Oh my god, you've got magic missile. This is great news.
Yep, I've got magic missile memorized still, and I still have 2 magic missile scrolls.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
Whew. Okay. Do I need to roll, Neal? Doesn't really make a difference for me.
No, you can just chill. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're cowering. I'm gonna pull you out the initiative order.
I'm just recovering. I'm not cowering.
You're cowering in fear.
Well, I'm not cowering if no one can see me. No one can see me, Neal, so I'm just recovering, alright. What I may or may not be doing is between me and the tower.
He's weeping silent tears of protection.
Okay. Yaromir and Ferris together as one.
I'm slashing the knoll who's on me.
Get him a roll to hit.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going with the spell I have memorized first. I begin tracing the shooting star. Maybe I take a couple steps back to make sure I can get a good view of exactly him. And as I complete the tracing, I fire 2 missiles from my chest for 10 points of damage.
Yes! Magic missile always kills giants.
A grunt, and then a tumble, and the giant stumbles. Yaromir, roll me a d8.
Oh god.
All right.
It counts as a missile weapon. You get 18 AC.
That's an 8.
The giant, which is on top of the tower, tumbles this way and off the tower, off the cliff behind it, and down the mountainside, hundreds and hundreds of feet, disappearing into the
hear
darkness.
this thing go tumbling off the tower and shout, just shout at the top of my lungs, "Get up here, you bastards!"
All right. Next is the frost giant is Dead Z's. Next is an ult against Mr. Ferris.
Yep.
With an 11 to hit is no good. The other gnolls ascend to the top of the tower and probably fruitlessly hurl spears at Yaromir. Yeah, those are all wild misses. There's like 15, 20 spears now peppering this area out here.
Speakers?
And as soon as Ryan fixes his speakers issue, he gets to go.
I live on a floor with a bunch of other people, and I'm worried they're going to think I'm a crazy person with all the shouting I do during our streams.
It's better to be yourself and let people think you're crazy than to.
That's true. That's true.
conform
And
to
granted,
others.
I shout at Heroes of the Storm all the time, so they probably already think I'm crazy.
Go for it, Grimes.
All right.
You're playing
am I
here
up?
as now, Sean. Oh, okay. Correct. It's back.
Were you waiting on me? Sorry about
Yep, it's all right.
that. Cool. I am going to approach the wall of gloom, and I guess we'll see what happens. 18, so I do pass.
You don't have to save. You have 5 hit dice.
No, so 4 + 1 to 7 is save or hesitate.
I'm pretty sure it says 4 or less. You don't save.
4 +
He
1,
has 5 hit
7.
dice.
Save or hesitate for 1 round before entering the wall.
Yeah.
Penultimate
okay.
sentence.
7
He has
or
5 hit
more.
dice anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
he passed. It doesn't matter. He's fine.
I pass. So I think I'll enter the tower and start ascending stairs. I don't think I can make it to anywhere
Can I
interesting
roll-
this round.
Can I roll a hide in shadows to see if Grimes doesn't notice me cowering?
Yeah, give it a shot.
All
Mad penalties for your silly armor.
16.
That might be enough.
Because you
I
are
think
distracted.
I probably I'm too focused. I think I just walked
You
right
don't
past
even notice the crying, quivering, sobbing William in the corner.
The sad thing is, I'm not scared of the giants. I'm scared of this wall of gloom.
Look, I'm a frightening wizard.
Yeah.
All right.
next round.
Next round, it's just the 5 gnolls at the top of the tower now.
I should get a second attack this round.
Oh, go for it.
At least I should. I've had a bunch of attacks, and I've never gotten a second
get your
attack.
second
so.
attack.
So
Something
D20
happened
plus
there
4, 11. No,
No.
that's fine.
Okay. Initiative for the gnolls.
5.
You're still out this round, Marshall.
It's my
This-
last round, though? Or?
This is your last round out, yeah.
Yeah.
You rolled a 2 on your D3.
Okay.
Is there a Farrison? I'm sorry, a Yarmir initiative?
Jeremy's just dancing around outside the tower.
Oh, I have to roll initiative for the next round. I was too elated about killing a giant.
It's not over yet.
Okay, so I'll roll initiative. I only have 1 initiative modifier I can roll, but can I see anything through the windows?
See, the top floor has some burning things in it, so actually it's been like 4 or 5 minutes. I think most of the
Probably
flames have
just
gone out on
smoldering.
the top. Yeah.
Smoldering remains.
The tower's dark. No, the only thing you
Yeah.
can see is the snow illuminated around you and the wall of gloom that gives off a soft purple hue.
Okay. I mean, I'm until this wall of gloom goes away, I can't really go inside because I don't want to like risk going back and forth through that wall of gloom. So
You still hear Ferris shouting from in the tower, just like a continuous stream of "Hurry up!"
So I think I'm gonna try to find Grimes and see if I can't patch him up a little bit.
He's
I just
inside the
ran.
tower.
I'm in the tower.
He just ran
Never
into the
mind.
tower.
I walked past you.
Never mind. Then I don't know. I guess I gotta nut up and try to go through the wall of gloom again then. So pinch my nose, hold my breath, we'll walk through.
Do it.
Does he have to save again if he already passed his save before?
Yep.
Yep.
Is it every time you enter?
Yep.
Oh wow.
So I fail again.
No. Oh, right.
Come and sit with me. It's fine.
No, he
I'm
can't.
going from the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah.
Still in the cold somewhere.
All right. Next in the initiative order is Grimesies.
How far up the tower can I get?
You can get all the way to the top floor because you went most of the way up last round, so you can get.
Using a half move or using a full move?
Using a half move, you can come up to Ferris's rear.
All right. I will. Is he fighting his way up a staircase?
Yep.
Finding my way down the staircase.
Oh, okay.
All right. I got your back, Ferris, and I will huck a dagger over his shoulder.
Okay.
Are there wind penalties inside of the tower?
No.
There's no wind penalties inside the tower, but I will give them 50% because of the curvature of the tower, 50% cover.
Okay. I'll just roll my base. You can modify their AC. That's a crit.
That's a crit. Maybe they have 14 AC, and at 50% cover, it's -4. So they
So
have
it's not-
effectively 18
18.
AC.
Is there any other
Oh, you're off by 1. No,
bonus?
it's just a hit.
Magic bonus?
No,
No,
this is a cross. Or this is a dagger.
Should have used your magic crossbow.
Yeah, the crossbow is like
I
it's at
couldn't
least.
have. Right, I only get one attack every other round if I'm half moving. I guess this could have been the round,
right.
but
Yeah.
I rolled with dagger. So that's just a D4.
Sure.
So 3 points of damage. And I will act. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be a little behind Ferris.
Okay, you did.
How are you doing on HP, Grimes?
Not good.
Okay, so we're all in pretty dire straits here.
I'm great. I
You
feel
look fine for us. You've got like a quarter
11.
of your HP left. Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like
That's
I did-
one crit away.
So
Yeah.
it's actually that much HP left on the knoll. All right, this big, tall, 7-foot knoll with the yellow stripe down his front takes the dagger and doesn't even really flinch at it. Doesn't even bother him. Ferris goes before the next one.
So Ferris, as he's getting ready to attack this guy, is going to shout to Grimes, "Tell them to surrender! Their last hope has been slain!" 2d20. No, one
No.
might hit. It's a 12.
No, let me double check. Nope.
Okay.
All right. The remaining gnolls at the top of the tower are growing tired of wasting all of their spears because they are starting to run thin on them. You know what? They're going to make climb checks and try and climb down the tower on the outside.
Where's the
not
treasure?
One of them is going to stay on the top layer with Ferris, and 3 of them are going to try and climb down the sides. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One of them doesn't make it. One of them slips. William, roll me a D100 for how far down the tower he slips.
All right.
He's
Nice.
17 feet down, so he falls 83 feet. So, Grimes, roll me 8d6 and divide by 2.
27 divided by 2
13.
is 13.
Takes 13 falling damage. Oh my god! And dies. The weakest gnoll the world has ever seen just crumbles into death. Hold on. Separate the 2 groups. That's that. This one is... Your climb check is 2/3 of your strength and dex, right?
I think it's average of strength and dex if you are a thief.
Right.
Let me double check that actually. Actually, it's.
I think it's 2/3. No, 1/3.
I think you're
of
right.
the
I think
2.
it's 1/3 of the average of strength and dex.
Yeah, actually, so the second knoll also fails. Not Ferris. Yaromir, can you give me a D100 for how far down the tower he is when he falls?
37 feet.
Okay, so he falls
63.
60,
Oh, I know he was 96.
66, right?
63 feet down. Who
5.
hasn't rolled something yet? I don't know. Ferris, roll me 66.
It's the only chance I'm going to have to roll damage dice today at this point, so. Takes 16.
Divided by
8.
2 is 8. And, oh my god, these gnolls suck!
Yeah.
So he survives, but is badly wounded and falls into the wall of gloom.
And fails to save and has to climb back up the tower to get away.
Comes and sits next to me.
Okay, here we go. All right, I've got all of our gnolls figured out. The other gnoll successfully makes it down, but ends up in the wall of gloom. So both of those guys are gonna have to make
Can
saving
you climb
throws.
100 feet in a round?
No.
No, probably not. I guess he's only partway down then. Okay, good call. Good call. He's partway
Does-
down the hill.
Does the one that failed come inside the tower with me?
No, because that's the end of his turn. Is just prone at the base of the tower. And let's roll initiative.
All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We're not going to retcon, but I did have another +1 on that. Yeah, my attack should have been a crit, I think.
You know, they're
I I get an additional +1 because of my dex for thrown weapons versus a melee dagger, but it's fine. We're fine. We're moving on.
Combat is chaos, yeah. Marshall, you are the very first one to go. You pull your shit together.
I come to my senses. Can I hear fighting upstairs?
You can hear fighting upstairs. You can hear the sound of falling bodies outside.
Am I aware the giant's dead or not?
Yeah, you definitely heard a giant like scream and fall and tumble down a mountainside. You can see the illuminated snow out where Yaramir's inside, right?
No, I'm outside.
No, you're outside.
I had to flee from the wall of gloom.
Right. You can see the retreating lights of Yaramir as he starts to run down the switchback.
And I don't see the knoll that's just in the snow.
No, it's too dark.
Okay, if I hear fighting upstairs, I struggle to my feet, holding in my my broken leg or something, and start limping up the stairs to aid Faris.
Okay. Grimesies.
I do get to the top and get to attack though, right?
No, because you're in the train of people. It's you, then Grimes, then Ferris, then Knowles, and you can't even see them.
I think it's a full round of movement to get to the top.
Yeah,
no, it's a half move.
All the way to the top of the tower is going to be a full round of movement. It's 100 feet of ascension.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I start going up anyway.
Yeah.
But he can half move 180 feet.
So Grimes, you're stuck behind Ferris.
Yeah, I throw a throwing knife over his shoulder.
That's a hit.
21, not a crit. You said they've still got cover of some kind.
Right, they've got a bonus of 4.
Are you ambidextrous?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Can you throw with your? Well, if he throws with his left hand, he'd have a better angle.
No, the vision is the problem here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, there's the first one, and I get 2 more at the end of the round.
Okay.
Did you have had those other 2 at the end of last round as well?
No, because I made a half move last round.
Don't you get that with your missile style?
I get half attacks with the half move, as opposed to none.
No, you should get full attacks with the half move or half attacks with the full move. Oh well.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You're right. Yeah, okay.
The knoll in front of Ferris is actually going to make a fighting withdrawal and back up the staircase away from you. And then it is Ferris's turn.
So he's backing up the staircase.
Yep.
We should try and capture one of them.
Oh yeah, I want to do that.
And he's on his own, so tackle him.
How many? There's only one up here right now, right? Because the others tried to climb.
You're not sure. You'd have to go up to take a look.
I mean, I assume fighting withdrawal is slow, so I assume I can catch him while he's still going up the stairwell.
Totally.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he only goes up a half floor anyway. He just gets to the top floor.
Okay. So yeah, if we're still going to be in the stairwell, I'll follow him up and attack.
You see he is positioned right next to another knoll. The 2 of them are at a doorway, so the 2 of them can you'd have to come to the doorway where they can both strike at you.
Fuck it.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
So first one's at +4, second one's at +3. So that's
21.
21 on both, yeah.
Yeah, well, the 18's a crit, the 17's just a hit.
D8 plus 2d6 plus 2. He takes 18 damage.
Ooh, whoa, you dropped the knoll.
Well done.
Nice.
Wow, nice, very nice. What's the plus? From strength, right? 17 strength for you?
No.
From
It's from specialization.
Oh, okay, perfect. Even better. The one remaining knoll up here takes a stab at you on his turn for a 23 to hit you.
So tell me if that's a crit or a hit, because that will tell me what my AC bonus from the armor is.
You're 16 before magic, right?
Yes.
And it rolls a 23, which is a hit and not a crit.
Okay, it's a +3 piece of other armor. I have 19 AC.
And I've got this +1 shield over here.
Maybe.
What's going on? Well, +0.
I don't actually think your shield has a plus modifier. I think it has a...
Yeah, I don't think it does either.
Versus Dragon Breath.
You just get stabbied by a knoll for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Down at the bottom of the tower, the 2 gnolls catch their breath. No, one of them's still climbing down. The other one is catching its breath and makes a saving throw versus Wall of Gloom.
Didn't it fail last round?
Yeah, it already failed.
Perfect. Yeah, well, it failed this one too. So
climbing rates are at least 100 feet per round?
No. One of them is still climbing down.
One of them fell and didn't die.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that fell and didn't die, frickin' takes off, chasing after Yaromir. You are both fleeing the wall together. The other one is climbing down. This is the second round of descent. How far does he go?
According to your rules, probably double his height.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what you meant to do, but...
Maybe. Yeah, I think that will need adjustment later on, but we're not going to change it right now. Yeah, because it's icy or slimy. It's definitely wet or loose. Probably icy or slimy at this point, especially with the sweat on his hands. So he's going 14 feet around, so he's gone 28 feet down the tower. This is a slow descent for this knoll.
I mean, that seems realistic to climb down an icy tower. And I think that's about on par with PHP rules, which are it's like
it's movement rate 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next round initiative.
No, I follow Ferris up the stairs and throw a couple of throwing knives over his shoulder.
15?
Wait, second.
Don't kill it, guys.
No, I want to kill it. There's more.
Hit.
All right,
21 is a crit.
Take 7.
No, it's a crit.
No, mine's a crit. I deal 6
I rolled a
damage.
15.
7 and 6. I think we bring it down.
All right, initiative.
Is that Noel not dead?
Not dead. No, still alive.
Tell me when my fear effect runs out. Otherwise,
you were only feared for 1 round, so last round would have been your 1 round that you lost. So you should roll initiative this round, as well as the. Oh, I gotta roll his D3 or her D3. It's D3. It still flees.
Yeah.
There's 1 at the top, 1 coming down, and 1 running away. The one at the top goes at 6, but Grimes goes first.
I just walk beside Ferris and stab the knoll.
Okay.
Yeah, for a 10, and I am out of daggers, but I'll use a throwing knife as a shiv. With an offhand. Oh, God.
Nice. Yaromir, there's a knoll
I
like
come
right next to you.
after the fear shakes, and I'm like, where am I? And I look around and I see a knoll hauling ass, and I'm like, nope. And I pull out a knoll scroll. I pull out the scalp and I begin tracing the shooting star pattern on the scalp, and it crackles with energy and breaks up and turns into these missiles that just fire forth from the scroll.
Ooh, that's super cool.
At him for 9 points of damage.
The knoll pitches forward in the snow, face first. Dead.
Bad ass.
The knoll at the top fighting with Ferris and Grimes.
Your friends are dead. Your giant is dead. Lay down your arms.
Takes a fighting withdrawal through the window and jumps out, hoping to survive.
Come on.
Really? There's still 1 on the tower.
It's hoping to survive. Kel William, why don't you roll me 9d6 and divide it by 2?
He is injured.
He is injured.
9.
Yes! Oh my God, he survives. That was so unlikely.
He's
that
taken
so
at
unlikely.
least 22.
He's taken exactly 22 points of damage.
Okay.
He lands in the snow. It's a leap out, so I think he probably misses the wall of gloom. I think he clears more than 10 feet. He's prone down there somewhere.
Do I see him jump out the window?
Yeah, I think
as I'm running upright, whoof, see a knoll fall past.
Yeah, I think you're like at the 9th floor, and all of a sudden a knoll just like whoosh, passes the window. It's like Black Thursday. When did the stock market crash? It was a Tuesday, right? Black Tuesday. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm the last one in the round. I guess William gets to go.
Yeah,
So
William.
Okay.
Do I hear more knolls upstairs?
You hear all sorts of commotion upstairs. You make it to the 10th floor, and it's just now Ferris and Grimes probably looking out the window at the knoll.
Oh, no. I saw this guy jump, and I have a totally different plan.
Oh, okay.
I turn around and start going back down to the base then. Frustrated.
Yeah.
I say to them, we need to capture one of these alive, because I don't see any treasure here.
Okay.
I think our treasure fell off the cliff.
There's no way the giant was carrying all that.
Ferris, your turn, man.
So, I can make a half move and take a shot with my bow.
Totally.
I'm going to go down a few floors, because it's 90 degrees for every floor I go down, right?
Right.
I'm gonna go down enough that I can see this Knoll with my infravision, the one who just jumped from the tower.
Sure, you're at 50. You're at the 5th floor then.
Okay. And I'm gonna take a shot at him with my bow.
All right.
And he is prone, but because I'm shooting from above, I feel like that should cancel it.
It should be fine.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just lean through the arrow loop and aim downward.
-6 from the wind, so it'd be -1 total. So d20 -1. Nope.
In the snow beside him. The other Knoll continues his descent. He has gone 28 feet, and now he goes another 14. So he's at 42 feet, and at 42 feet, at the end of his movement, he leaps off of the tower, dropping Yaramir. Would you roll me 4d6 divided by 2?
Should be 5, right? He's gone 42 feet, so he's at 58.
Thank you.
17.
So divided by 2 is 8 points of damage. He is alive. They're both alive in the snow, prone at the end of the round. Probably fairly close to one another, like, oh my god, what the hell? And next round initiative.
Is the Wall of Gloom over yet?
Nope, it is still up. It rolled really well.
Well, god damn it.
My spells have very long rounds because they're all multiples of my level. I'm now getting to the point. Like, my shield spell has 20 rounds.
I feel like we're missing somebody's initiative.
Yes.
All right. Wow, Marshall, how the hell are you doing this? You get down.
All right, I get down, but the Wall of Gloom's still in the way, right? Can I see the Knolls that just jumped out the window, though?
No, you've got no light source whatsoever. It's just darkness and gloomy purple wall.
Right,
and like a little bit of light way down there where Ferris is. Yeah.
I shout, Yaramir, call this thing off! And end my turn waiting for the wall.
What? I cannot hear you! I am very far away!
I don't know where he is either. I just shout that in frustration. I'm not walking through it.
One of the Knolls begins to take off, grabbing a spear that's plunged into the ground as it goes. And I guess it just kind of like sort of sees Yaramir and it comes into your light radius, but it's not making a beeline for you, Yaramir. In fact, it tries to like run around you to avoid you as it like books it down the switchback. And then it's your turn. Yeah.
Can I get it with my non-weapons in hand?
Sure. You can probably move to block it or chase it down a little bit. So is it my
turn? Is that what you're telling me, or is this like he's run past me and around?
He's moved past you, but you can.
So do I get like an attack of opportunity unarmed?
No.
Okay. So I guess he runs past me, and I like freak out for a second because I thought he was gonna stab me, and I'm like, William would want me to finish this one off. I am sure of that. So I pull out my last scroll and I hit it with the magic missile from behind for 7 points of damage.
That's just enough to bring it down. It too. There's now 2 Knolls side by side with magic missiles in their backs.
I start thinking for a second and I'm like, I'm going to need more scrolls, and I begin like dragging these 2 bodies with me very slowly because they're probably like just on the verge of so heavy I can't move them.
Nice.
I just begin dragging them very slowly back towards the tower.
That guy's on 0 HP then, right, Neal?
Nope.
Okay.
The next Knoll also grabs a spear and begins to run down the mountainside, and Yaramir now has like a leg under each arm and is pulling these Knolls while this other Knoll like runs past you. Ferris, it's your turn.
I can't. If I hadn't taken so much damage, I'd jump out of the tower to get a shot at him, but no.
Looks like this one's going to escape.
Yeah.
I have a sling, technically. I could try to crit it.
On your next turn, maybe.
Yeah, no, I give up on it, and I'm gonna start scalping these Knolls.
Okay.
Because I've scalped things before for Yaramir, right? I'm kind of used to this setup now. I just like when he has scrolls.
Is anybody else going to make an attempt to chase down this guy, or can we just end combat?
I'm gonna make some pot shots at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I will totally pot shot.
I assume I could not see him at that point, right?
Like yes, you can't see him. That's fact. Yeah, no one can see him. He's in the darkness.
He ran past me, right? Can I not like put down my dudes and throw? I have a light source.
You have a light source. I feel like Yaramir. You would have to like catch up to him. Oh,
Look, he started at the tower, ran past me. I should at least have a chance to beat him in initiative and hit him with a slingshot.
I haven't even got. This is the same round. I just rolled last.
Right, but I'm
so
wondering
in
if
this
you
round,
can
he's gone from the
him.
tower. He's at how much running space did he have? I mean, so at most he's run 120 feet.
Way less than that because it's maybe 120 feet. Yeah, not 120
Actually,
yards.
60 feet because it's snow, right?
Well,
No.
we would be going in yards,
feet.
but we're doing it in snow, so we're going. Hold on, let me look at. We've got a table for this.
It's feet because of it. It's 60 feet plus an attack. Or we moved something different actually. I guess when we were.
So it's a moderate day. So yeah, so he can go 60 feet on a moderate day if he has your movement. He's got slightly faster than human movement, so it's probably closer to like 70 feet away from the tower. So actually, he's probably right around where Yaromir is standing. He's probably in the light range. Go for it, Grimes.
Not even darkness penalty.
Oh, so if he's in the light range, I'm gonna take a shot too.
Yeah, you can both take shots.
D20
minus.
Ooh, 14's a hit.
It's probably.
Is a 19 a crit?
19 natural 20 is definitely a hit.
Is it a crit?
7 plus. Yeah, he's.
Because if a 14 hit, then
Yes, he's got 14 AC.
okay, so that's a crit.
He's toast.
It's 6 more damage.
He's alive.
Wait, plus 13. This guy was at 1 before.
This guy
No.
jumped out of a tower and took a bunch of
Two
damage.
people jumped out. Multiple people jumped out of a tower. This guy.
I thought
he's
this was the
alive.
knoll that we were fighting with up here. So he just.
This guy's alive. This is
Okay.
no the one that Yaromir killed was the one that jumped out. This is
Okay.
the guy that climbed down.
Either way, I'm
and
gonna get a
left
second
off.
shot at him at the end of
But
this
you
round.
can't tell them apart. But this is the guy that had climbed down and left off.
Okay.
you know?
Okay. There is magic bonus on top of that, by the way.
Oh, I forgot about your magic bonus. Yeah, he dies.
Okay.
Perfect.
All
All right, we're going to step out of combat, and we're also going to take a break, a long overdue break. We will be back in a few minutes with a little bit more of Fro. See you guys shortly.